Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome to another episode of ChangeTalk. My name's Tiffany Jenkins. I am your host, and this is just a live video where I try to drop in every Thursday night at 9 to share some thoughts on a number of topics ranging from uh, behavioral health stuff to leadership, self care, all points in between. Um, Earlier today, I posted a question because there have been a lot of things kind of running through my mind as of late on some topics that I was kind of mulling over. And I gave everyone three choices. The first one, I think, was about love languages. One was about heart health, or no, the first one was about heart health. The second was love languages. And then the third was just randomly hearing about things that were on my mind and on my heart. And everyone picked three that responded. So I'm going to try not to sound too rambly tonight. When people ask me what's on my mind, usually at any given time, there are a lot of things that are going through my head at once. So I'm going to try to not be too rambly and still stick with the time that we have. But if you're here and you have any questions or anything that you would like to ask, I'm also going to open tonight's session to be more of a Q&A. So if you've been watching the broadcast with me on Thursday nights, this is, I think, my 19th episode. So the 19th time that I've come to you on a Thursday night. Um, if there's something that you've been meaning to ask or you've kind of been wondering about, tonight's the night. Drop the questions in the chat, and I will be sure to check on them. Looks like I have one already. Hello, how are you? If you have any questions, like I said, just drop them in the chat. And tonight I'm gonna kind of have a little bit more of a free flowing format. Usually I prepare some things and have some notes, but I'm just gonna talk to you about some things that have been going on in my world. I want to start with some of you may not know how kind of change talk came to be, how awakening change came to be. Hi, mom. Hey, Kia. Oh, hey, Miss Connie, how you doing? Some of you guys may not know how awakening change came to be. You might not know who I am other than my introduction and those very long alphabet soup that goes behind my name when my name is up. So I want to start with just sharing with you a little bit about awakening change, the practice, the idea, the brand, if you will. And again, any questions that you have, drop them in the chat. I want this to be as interactive as possible. So about 2.5 years ago now, I found myself highly dissatisfied with my job at the time and with my role at the time. Um, I love you too, mom. um, I became highly dissatisfied. I was, by all accounts, at what you could consider the top of my game as far as profession. Um, I had literally done every job in a behavioral health program, from collecting urine samples at a substance abuse program all the way up to being the executive director, or the CEO, or not the CEO, the executive director and clinical director, answering only to the CEO of a program. I had run multi site programs. I had done medication assisted treatment. I had done corrections based treatment. I had done a lot. But I still found myself not exactly being satisfied with where I was for a number of reasons. And in speaking with my husband, I talked about just wanting something different. I had already started my doctoral degree, and I was in the, on track to really make some progress with that. And he and some good friends suggested, why don't you try private practice? Why don't you try opening up your own counseling practice? And it was not something that was very high on my list of things to do. But the more I thought about it, the more it felt right for a number of reasons. One, I did not see very many people who looked like me who were in private practice or who were clinicians in general. I did not see particularly any Black women who were owning their own practice. Just didn't see it. And so I started thinking about what I would like to see from my therapist. And so I kind of jumped into the deep end. Um, and when I jumped into the deep end, one of the things that happened was I was overwhelmingly surprised by the response. Right now, I can tell you that my practice is probably about 90%, 80 to 90% female. And of those, probably 85 to 90% of those females are African American. So there was a need for what I did. And from that, um, one, I've gotten to meet a ton of really awesome career minded women of all professions, all walks of life. But it also started challenging me to be better, because when I'm working with my clients, it's not all about them. I mean, I like to make them think it is. But I learned so much from the ladies that I'm working with, and the guys too. But because I have primarily ladies, I learned so much from them, and I hope that they equally learn from me. And so in August, no, it wasn't August, it was July. Um, July was when we formalized everything, and the business was officially formulated. August 1st was when we moved into our office, and October 1st was when we accepted our first client. So we're coming up on 2 years now being in practice, and I'm really, really excited about some of the awesome things that are in store as we really take this brand to the next level. ChangeTalk was just my way of kind of reaching more people and doing a little bit more outside of the therapy and the coaching and the training stuff that I do. And yes, there will be more of the training and coaching side, even though right now the practice is full for individual clients. So I'm really, really excited about that. I'm also grateful for one of the group's admins that is helping me to field questions. How are you juggling school, being a business owner, and home? Very carefully. Very carefully. I have to say that I do have an amazing, 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 amazing support system. I am very blessed to have an incredible husband of almost, well, no, we just celebrated 18 years, I think. Yeah, 18 years of marriage. And we've been together now for about 19 years. So we're coming up on 20 years being together, who is probably next to my mother, my probably biggest supporter, um, and Ike. He's not Ike. I have an Ike. One of my best friends, her name is Keisha, who I call Ike. So if you guys ever see me on Facebook and I'm mentioning Ike, that's who I'm talking about. She is my accountability partner. Um, and I couldn't do any of this without any of them. I have an amazing family. I have two great sons who are very invested as well in the business. They are kind of my uh, social media advisors, if you will. I have great friends who do branding and who really make sure that things that you see, like my cup that you guys often see me with. I have sweatshirts, I have t-shirts. I have a really great crew of folks around me that help me to stay grounded. And I have a phenomenal business coach and mentor who does not mind bopping me upside the head every now and then when I start to get a little out of line. So that's how I do it. My mom also stays with me. So she is sometimes chef and housekeeper and, mom. So she helps to make sure that I'm also on track. I have a really big village, and that's the only way that I could have done everything that I'm doing. My family is awesome. I even have great in-laws. Like, I don't even it's just it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So if you want to go into business for yourself, my biggest suggestion is that you find your village. Thank you. Yes, mom, a great husband. I am wonderfully blessed. I am blessed, as Dave Ramsey says, better than I deserve. Great mother-in-law. Yeah, I just said that. I do have a great mother-in-law as well. What do you do to relieve stress? I make sure that I make time for things that are important to me. Things that are important to me lately has been acupuncture, something that I never thought that I would be interested in because I hate needles. So it's crazy that I am in love now with acupuncture. I do acupuncture every other week, every 3 weeks. I'm sorry. I do go get massages regularly. I'm a mani pedi girl. Um, what else do I do? I sleep. Sleep is very important. I tell my family all the time, if you love me, let me sleep. I work out. Um, an amazing trainer as well, Brandon Stewart. He's on Facebook. Brandon Stewart, look him up if you're looking for a trainer. He is absolutely phenomenal. Um, I'm not always nice to him based on some of the things that he makes me do, but it's definitely starting to pay off. I can say that. Um, and I take time away. One of the things that I'm learning now is that I'm most productive when I've had my time away. So sometimes, even though I live with a ton of awesome people, my family, my kids, um, all of us are, we're really cool, but there are times when I just need my time. And so I sometimes retreat to my bedroom and I might put on some music and put on a diffuser and just either watch TV or read. Right now, I am reading Cicely Tyson's autobiography, which, if you have not gotten it, oh my God, it's so phenomenal. But I read, sometimes I write. Journaling is very cathartic for me. Um, and so I try to do a little bit of everything. Yoga is really important. Um, all of those things that I talk about when I talk about those 8 dimensions of wellness for self care, I've found ways to implement all of those things into my daily routine. And that's really how um, I stay not stressed out. Yes, yoga is the bomb. Ooh, these are good ones. Keisha, where are these coming from? Okay, what would I tell 10-year-old Tiffany? I would tell 10-year-old Tiffany that you're not going to med school and that's okay. When I was younger, I was absolutely hell bent on being a pediatrician. And my mom likes to tell the story about how she bought all of these school supplies for me one year. And when time came to go to school, there were no school supplies because I took every notebook and made it a patient file for each of my teddy bears. And 10-year-old me had a whole lot of teddy bears. As a matter of fact, I used to have a 6 foot tall Yogi Bear and a 6 foot tall Scooby Doo in my bedroom. They were on opposite corners of the bedroom. So everybody had a file. Scooby Doo had a file. Um, all the Cabbage Patch Kids had a file, and I was convinced that I was going to med school, and that I my mom said yes. I was convinced that I was going to med school, and that I was going to be a doctor. And it didn't quite work out that way, but if all goes well and God says the same, in October I still will be a doctor. Um, just just a different kind. Um, so yeah, that's me. That's what I would tell. Yeah, I love yoga and meditation. Connie's laughing. I know I'm gonna have to hear about this later. But now I'll be a doctor. I'll just be my doctorate will be in organizational leadership with a concentration in behavioral health. And with that, I hope to help train more therapists that look like me. That's really my goal. I really would love to see Awakening Change be a teaching practice, where I can help to develop the future generations of therapists, especially women of color, because I think that we are so desperately needed. And I think there's something small, like I want to say 5 to 10% of therapists in the U.S. are people of any color. Um, so that includes all minorities. So think about when you fraction that out for how many African American therapists there are. There really aren't enough of us, and so I would really love to change that. And my heart is really on helping other therapists to grow and develop. Yes, prayers, a lot of prayers and a lot of love have gotten me through some tough times. My faith, my family, and my friends are the only reason why I can sit here right now. I got to be honest with you. Um, that's amazing. Sometimes I scare myself, but I often say if your dreams don't scare you, then you're not dreaming big enough. Because if it's something that you can really do you really need faith for it? Probably not. Would you like to have a chain of businesses throughout the states? You know what? That's interesting that you asked that. I'm currently licensed in New Jersey and in Pennsylvania. I'm working on getting licensure in North Carolina. And someone actually said that Delaware would be a place where they would suggest that I get licensed. So I don't know. It's wherever the Lord decides that He wants to take me. I guess I don't have a choice. Especially Ike's prayers. Okay, so full disclosure, my accountability partner KB is also the admin for the for the Awakening Change group, and she is my Ike. So that's why she said especially Ike's prayers. Do you sing when you're down? I sing all the time. Um, I sing in the shower. I sing when I'm mad. I sing when I'm cooking. I sing all the time. I just don't do it in public anymore. Um, but yeah, and um, I am at my core a lover of hymns. Um, there's something about the lyrics and the cadence of some of those old songs that really help me, to get it together. During this process of entrepreneurship, I think the one song that has been kind of my resting place is Great Is Thy Faithfulness. Because throughout this journey, every single thing that I could have thought of that I needed has always been provided every single step of the way. I didn't know where I was going to go for my first office. My husband found an ad in Craigslist, and it was something that I could afford, even leaving my job. Like I left my job on faith because of, the support of my really great husband. He really is a great guy. I'm really happy. And he found a place on Craigslist. It was something that we could afford, even in the 3 months that it took me to find clients. When it came to finding clients, I really didn't know how I was going to do that. I was able to leverage my relationships from almost 20 years in the field And now I'm full. And now I'm looking to bring on new therapists and expand and grow. So yeah, it's definitely Mom, go to sleep. Do something. It's definitely great as well. Thank you for holding her down. Ike. Please don't encourage her. Please don't. Please don't. Great singer. Mom, I don't think I wanted that to get out. Singing definitely is a breakthrough. It really is. And I was raised in the choir in the church. So some of you may not know that. Depending on what day you catch me on, you might know that. You might not. So I was raised singing, and I think that that's what, as a matter of fact, the person that you see asking me about singing, part of the reason why she's doing that, she's baiting me. Sister Ruth was one of my first choir directors, and that's why she keeps asking me about singing. So she's setting me up. Yes, she said yes. She is setting me up. But that's what I mean by the support of like my family. I am truly overwhelmed with gratitude for the folks that have just supported me. You know, even with I always talk about my crazy ideas. One of them is, even though I am full time wife, mom, student, therapist, I am taking on a venture of writing a book, which will be released sometime late spring, early summer, and trying to supervise folks and doing all this stuff. But it really does come from a really special place in my heart. These are all labors of love for me. I can honestly say that I'm now at a point in my life where I am doing the things that I love. Even though I don't like them every day, I am genuinely at a point in my life where I am doing things that I love. And I hope that that comes across when we're talking every week here. When we are, if you are a client of mine, if you are a mentee of mine, I hate that word, but one of my supervisees uses that all the time. It doesn't matter what our interaction is. My desire really is that my passion for helping people and for this work really comes through in whatever we do. Um, no, mom. um, so I'm really, that's why I don't take it for granted. And we're a little bit over the time I like to spend with you guys, but I really appreciate the questions. I really don't take for granted the time that you guys spend with me on Thursday evenings, even the folks that catch us on replay. That aren't able to catch us live. I really don't take it for granted. You could be doing a ton of other things and yet you choose to be here. You may have purchased a book, you may have attended a seminar, you may have worked with me in some other capacity. It doesn't matter. I really do value those interactions, and I believe that the folks that I work with are sent to me, and that I am assigned to them and they are assigned to me for whatever reason to help me grow, and do help them do the same. Um, it looks like I've got everybody's questions and comments and all of that good stuff. If you guys have any other things that you would like to ask, anything you'd like to see, any topics you'd want to talk about, feel free to drop me a message either in my inbox, on the Awakening Change page, or you can go right directly to the website, www.awakeningchange.org. It's scrolling down the bottom. If you're not on the mailing list, join the mailing list. There's going to be some information coming out soon of some new courses that I'm preparing, that I'm going to be offering. Some of them for leadership, some of them just for general personal development. Lots and lots and lots of good stuff that's on the horizon that I'm really excited about. And if you haven't already picked up your copy of the anthology, Shut Them Down. Yep. Shut Them Down. Black Women, Racism in Corporate America. If you go to the website, you'll be able to find the information there on how you can order. Any orders that are placed through the website will be signed by me. and then they'll be shipped out priority mail. So, again, thank you guys for spending this 25 minutes and some change with me tonight. I hope you'll be back next week when we can dive into another topic. Won't be me though. This was fun, little transparent, which I like. But this is not my platform. This is I love my preferred platform, I should say. This is a door that's been opened for me, but I love, love, love working with people one on one and live in groups, and getting that feedback and that interaction. So this has been really cool. I love you too. Thank you. All right, guys. Oh, I appreciate you. I lost my ebook on self help. Only your mother can send you a thing like this when you're in the middle of a live recording. Only your mother. It's okay. I'll get you right, Mom. Don't worry. The ebook on self help is now available if you haven't purchased it on Amazon. It is Give Yourself Grace. If you go into the search and type in Give Yourself Grace and put my name, you should get the ebook. I believe that the price is $4.99 and it'll be an automatic download. It's available there. And I think that's all I got for tonight. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Please. Wait a minute. Oh, thank you. I try. Please, please, please take care of yourselves. Be safe. The weather in South Jersey is kind of nasty. If you have to go out, please be safe. Even still, we're in the middle of this COVID craziness. Please make sure you're washing your hands, you're masking up, you're social distancing. I need this to go away because I need to be walking across the stage in October. All right. Love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't tell you how much this means to me to have you all here with me and participating. And hopefully, I'll see you all next week.